nice always to draw the image, to think about it, draw the figure a little bit. 600 gallons it already has over here. This is, let's say, 600 gallons, right? Now water is flowing at 8 per minute, right? So work on it, work on it. Yes, excellent. Now, those of you who've solved it will try to solve this problem, okay? It's a slightly longer problem. I'm gonna give this to you in 1 second. Okay, give me a second. I'm just gonna post this problem to you guys for those of you who have already solved this one, okay? So that's the hard problem, okay? And look, you're trying to solve all of these problems that have appeared on the SAT or very similar problems. Hey, Shiv, yes. So you're trying to solve all of these problems right away over here. So remember, that's what is the most important thing, right? Don't study the problems that are never going to appear on the test. Always study this way, right? That's how my students have boosted their score massively. Some of them have gotten massively good scores just because of this. Okay, so get this. It's 8. This is a 700 plus type of a problem. So read through it. Those of you who want to do this, this is definitely a harder problem. And those of you who are over here, let's look at this problem. If you're not able to do this problem, let's focus on this problem, guys, first. Okay, let's focus on this problem. Okay, so it's 600 gallons over here, right? So the 600 gallons over here, and then 8 gallons per minute. And after 70 minutes, so what's going to happen? Every minute, 8 gallons is being poured over here. The next minute, 8 gallons is poured. Another minute, 8 gallons is poured, right? So after 70 minutes, what's going on? It's you're going to have 8 gallons per minute. So there's 70 minutes. So you're going to have 8 times 70 over here, right? So 8 times 70, you're just going to have, you can use your calculator if you want, you get 560, right? So 560 gallons of water is added over here in that time. So that fills up the water. But remember, 560 is not the answer. You've got 600 as well. So 560 plus 600, right? That gives you 1160 as the answer, all right? That's the answer. So be careful. Don't ever forget the initial value. Use all of the information that's given to you. All right. All right, guys. So let's see. Yeah, read this problem. It looks hard. It's actually so easy, but try it. Try it. It's a harder problem. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this problem now. People are working on this, so I'm giving you a few more minutes to think about it. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. So there's nothing really going on over here. There's n is equal to RT, right? So they've given you how to solve this, right? N is equal to RT. And this is a harder problem. So if you don't understand this, that's fine. Looks like many of you are getting this problem anyway, but I'll just explain to you what's going on, right? The N is at any time. So there are 45 shoppers, right? So all you've got to do is you got to take this minutes piece here, 15 minutes, and you multiply it by 3 shoppers per minute. So 15 minutes, and you get 3 shoppers per minute, right? And the minutes cancel out, and you just multiply 15 times 3 is 45, 45 shoppers, right? So they actually solved it for you here, right? They actually solved it for you here. What practice test is this from? What practice test is this from? Let me tell you what it is. Which one is it from? It's from number 3. Probably the last 2 or 3 problems from number 3, Adian. Okay, so this is practice test number 3. All right. So So anyway, so we're gonna solve tons of problems. Remember, you come to my sessions during the week, you understand the concepts, and look, everybody who understands these concepts can solve these problems now, okay? So that's the point of joining the practice, the boot camp, and do practice problems, hands-on practice problems with everybody. You stay focused, right? You don't get distracted by Netflix, right? Or any of the other stuff on your phone, right? So, okay, so here we are. So what do you do here? You've got 84 shoppers per hour, right? 84 shoppers per hour, right? And then they stay in for 5 minutes. So 5 minutes. So remember how I canceled out Cooley? I canceled it out before, right? I canceled this guy out. So remember, you cannot cancel out hours with minutes, right? You cannot cancel out hours with minutes. So what do you do? What do you do? So you can convert the hours right over here. You can convert it and write down 60 minutes. You can just write down 60 minutes right over here, right? An hour 60. Now you can coolly cancel this guy out, right? And now you've got 84 times 5 divided by 60, right? Now there's an art to calculating it, and that's kind of like the second hack I want to show you. Don't ever multiply this immediately, right? Your brain knows how to do this. First, try to reduce the fraction. So you've got 5, right? 5 over here, right? 5 times 1 is 5, and then 5 times 12 is 60, right? So you get 84 divided by 12, right? And now this is, for those of you who know it, 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 7 is 84. So the answer is 7. So well done, all of you who got this. Well done, Ben, Uloko, everybody, Queen Lee. That's excellent, excellent job. Okay, so nicely done. Remember, these are the problems you are gonna get on your test anyway, and we're working on them, right? Very, very similar problems are probably gonna be coming on your test. Okay, now I'm gonna take another problem here. Let's see if we can solve this. Again, we are doing rates, guys. Soon we are gonna do ratios. Okay, ratios is kind of like the elder brother, the bigger brother of rates. Okay, so a little bit more interesting, harder, but let's try this one first. Okay, let's try this one first. This is from the practice test 4. Okay, you see how nowhere you are going to find all of these problems combined in such a way that you're fully focused only on rates, right? So you become a master of rates. So we have these sessions, right? We have these sessions over here, right? We are going to do the same thing with percents and exponents. All the problems that have occurred on the SAT, I've combined them, and then we solve the problems. Then all the things that have combined, that have occurred on rates and ratios, I'll give you the explanation on a session on the weekdays at 8:30 Eastern time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm in New York City, so that's what I do over here. And then we solve the problem. Then we do linear equations the same way we solve the problems, okay? So that's what's going on. And remember, you can join this course. Originally, this course was $395, right? Right now, we are doing it just for $95, okay? Just for $95, you can get this, okay? This was originally for $395. It's a 20-hour course, right? So here's the brochure. I'll send it to you. All you got to do is you just show it to your parents, and if they love it and you love it, then you can take this course, okay? So let's try this next problem now. Okay, give me 1 second while it loads up. All right, so try this problem. Somebody's asking, where do we sign up for the bootcamp? Okay, so I'm going to show you where to sign up for the bootcamp. The rest of you can solve this problem. Okay, well done, well done. Well done. And those of you who've already finished this problem, I'm going to give you one more challenge problem to work. That's going to come up in 1 second. But I'm just going to answer this question here. Where do you sign up for the course? Okay, so here it is. And I'll send you a link as well. Here's here's where you can sign up for the course. Okay, so you can sign up for the course. You can click on this link, and then it's going to bring you over here to this part, right? You just click on it, and you're going to come over here. That's the 20-hour SAT boot camp, right? For students taking SAT, right? That's $95 for 20 hours, and that's it. $95 over here, right? And pay by credit card, or if you want to pay. Some people like to pay with Venmo or Cash App or even PayPal, right? So you can pay for that over there. So the link for the checkout is right there on the chat. Now, for those of you who've solved it, well done. Well done. The answer is D. Now try the second problem. Okay. Now this is a slightly harder problem for those of you who like the challenges. Okay. Now this one is a slightly harder problem. Okay. So be very careful. I don't care if you get the method right. I just want you to get the answer. Okay. Get the answer, because that's what's important, right? You might say, oh, I know how to solve it. That's okay. But here you need to know the answer, because you cannot show your work, right? So work on this one, okay? Meanwhile, for those of you who are working on 7, right? So let's look at how we do these problems over here, okay? What do we do over here? So she's in week 4, right? In week 4, so week 4, right? I'm gonna write down the week 4 and a distance of 8 miles. So you've got a distance of 8 miles over here, right? 8 miles over here. And then week 16, right? It's going to be 26 miles, right? So what's going on? What's going on over here, right? So 4, 16, 4. So that difference is what? Let's take the difference over here. So from 16 minus 4, take 4 away from 16, you got 12, right? 12 weeks, or in 12 weeks, right? She covered the distance of 26 minus 8, right? Which is 18, right? So in 12 weeks, she covered a distance of 18 miles, right? She covered a distance of 18 miles. So what do you do? Remember, be very careful, guys. It's 10 kilometers, okay? So that's the special catch over here. There's not 1 kilometer, okay? It's 10 kilometers. That's the SAT. That's the SAT planting a mine over here for you, okay? So be super careful what's going on. Yeah, I understand how you get that. So be careful about this. So 12 weeks is 18 miles, right? 12 weeks is 18 miles. So 1 week is how much over here? We are looking at this problem over here, right? That's going to be X, right? So what do? X times 12 is equal to 18. So X is equal to 18 over 12, which is 1.5, okay? That's 1.5. Yes, so yes, very good, very good, very good, Siji, very good, Vidya. Gurmek, Loco, Neha, excellent job, excellent job. So be careful, guys. Those who are being a little bit careless. So remember, you've got a distance of 50 kilometers, right? That's 50 kilometers. 50 kilometers is minus 5 degrees, right? And then 80 kilometers, right? 80 kilometers is minus 80 degrees, right? So remember, you're going 30 kilometers in this direction, right? 30 kilometers in this direction, right? And that's minus 75, right? And so remember, they're asking you what is 10 kilometers, right? So this is 1/3 of this. So this is going to be 1/3. So it's going to be negative 25 degrees. Okay. Wow. I'm impressed by this batch. Very good. You guys are paying attention here. Excellent. And those of you who are solving problems with me, very good. Those they are just responding like crazy over here. So well done. So 30 goes, right? They're asking you, it's 10 kilometers. Some of you are thinking it's 1 or something, right? It's 10 kilometers. So 30 kilometers you already are given, and then you calculate 10, okay? So very nice, very cool. Let's try another problem now of um, this type, okay? So there are other types of problems. Let me just post this over here, right? All of these problems are ratios and rates, okay? So there's tons of these problems over here, and you should be able to solve all of these problems. So how do you read the problem? Yes, that's coming in the word problems, Genevieve. So that's in the word problem section over here in our math program. We've got a whole section. Let me just zoom this in for you, okay? Look, you've got a whole section on word problems. How to read the word problems, those wordy problems, and reduce it to math, reduce it to 2 equations, because you have to understand. Yes, you will get access to the you will get access to this one. But remember, if you join the course, there's all of these problems. This is just the rates and ratios. You're going to get access to all of these rates, ratios, linear equations, all of the SAT problems collected separately, right? So you can only work on them, because if you work on a mixed batch, you're going to be confused. Like, what is going on, right? Just focus on rates, be a master of that. Then the next day, it doesn't take long. Like in 1 hour, you've learned this much. So think about it, right? So coming back, right? The word problems lesson is coming up very soon, okay? And then the test, basically what we're doing right now, right? And then you're going to get practice problems on top of this. Okay, so what happens is every hour, like pretty much every second day, we have a lesson, then we have a test, right? And then I send you, after the lesson is finished, I send you a recording so you can watch it and review it again and again. And then I give you practice problems, I give you the answers, and we chat on the email, right? If you have any questions. And then we have these practice tests. So it's a steal. It's a massive deal, right? Like $95 is nothing. Many people have actually asked me to increase the price of this course, but I'm keeping it the same, at least for these next few weeks, right? Because it's COVID-19. So it helps more people, and many is just going crazy over here. Okay, so lots of people are interested in this. So let's move on to this particular problem here, and then we're gonna do ratios. Okay, so let's try. Give me 1 second. Okay. Meanwhile, try this problem, okay? Meanwhile, try this problem. This is a rates problem, guys. This is a rates problem, but it's also kind of like a linear equations. It's one of the more important topics. Rates and linear equations are both important, right? So this is kind of both those problems combined, okay? So try this problem first, okay? See how you can get this. Okay, so try this problem. This is yet again a rates problem because it's per minute, etc., right? Sorry about that. Whoops, sorry about that. Here it is. All right, so let's move on to ratios. Okay, let's move on to ratios. And then I'll email me. There are some harder problems, right? For instance, there are a few harder problems in ratios, which we haven't covered because it's just 1 hour, right? We can cover them again.